What happened to Ray J, guys?
to reiterate, Ray J of Kim Kardashian sex tape fame.
Yes, he got a raw deal, don't you think?
Only one of them really benefited from that, really.
Yeah, well, she got the raw deal first.
Yeah,
She got the raw. But yeah, he fell off hard.
Yeah, what happened?
And then it's come out that Chris planned the sex tape.
I think I always knew that because she was the assistant to Paris Hilton.
What?
So she's Kim Kardashian. That's how she started. She was the assistant.
I thought you meant the mum. Who's the mum? You just said her name.
Yeah, Kris Jenner.
I think it meant Chris was the assistant.
Chris.
To Paris Hilton.
No. So Kim Kardashian was Paris Hilton's assistant, and she kind of saw how she blew up, and she just copied it.
But Paris didn't want that one coming out, whereas Kim's.
But she saw the yeah. Well, she saw the success.
Poor Ray J. Everyone forgets about Ray J.
Was he a singer?
Yes.
Ray J's like the Matt LeBlanc of that sex tape.
Okay.
At least Matt LeBlanc got a
So
spin-off.
you're saying he got the worst deal out of all the Friends crew?
I reckon. Do you think? I was going through in my head who the best one was.
Early days, he was pretty hot.
Okay, but post Friends, he's saying where are they now? We're saying Aniston's winning.
Oh,
sure,
yeah.
100%.
Number one.
Yep.
Still hot and still cooking at the movies.
Matthew Perry's gone off, bro.
Matthew Perry.
Wait, you said Matthew Perry was the most successful?
No, he's the least. I reckon.
That's there's an argument to say Matthew Perry. For sure.
But I think he started doing crack or something.
He had a bad drug addiction. Yeah.
Oh yeah. He's got no face. His bone structure's all gone. He's just fucking jellyhead now.
He reminds me of the dude from X-Men. The dude got real bloated like a fish, and then water leaked out of him, and he died. I just watched X-Men the other day.
No, I have no idea. I didn't know
dated reference.
Yeah, because Joey at least got that spin-off. He did like a show after called Joey,
which was fucking trash.
Oh, trash!
Yeah.
And then Phoebe's obviously done well. She's still in good shit once in a while.
Phoebe's not in good shit.
Yeah,
Lisa
she is.
Kudrow's done, bro.
Lisa Kudrow was in a
She's still
couple
working.
of all right things.
She was in some big TV shows.
Name two.
She was in Analyze This.
That's from the 90s.
She was in Analyze That.
Oh, no, okay, I'm on board.
Okay, his name
Sequel
two.
to Analyze This.
Come on, Tom, name two.
I feel like she was in some kind of political fucking TV series that was really popular. But
That rings a bell. I remember seeing her in really serious roles. I mean, like, this doesn't make any sense.
That also could have been Gwyneth Paltrow or...
What do you mean?
Or Reese Witherspoon, because they're the same fucking people. They do. Those middle-aged white women look the fucking same, bro.
So I was trying to work this out. You know how there's that theory that all the Winnie the Pooh characters are based on different mental illnesses?
We talked about that the other day. I did hear that.
Yeah.
That would have been years ago we talked about that.
Okay.
So Eeyore's got depression. Tigger's got ADHD.
Right.
There's a few, and then like
Winnie the Pooh's a fat cunt.
Yeah, it's an eating disorder. It's an eating disorder. No, maybe I talked about someone else. Yeah.
He's going around
and
with his
Piglet's
pants
all
off.
neurotic.
Yeah, he got the attachment to the mum.
shit.
Like, the Friends characters, I think you could work it out as well, right? Like, I reckon Lisa Kudrow, Phoebe's got autism.
Yeah, definitely. No, you're dead right.
Joey's mentally challenged,
Yep.
100%. Courtney,
And an eating disorder. Because he really likes his pizza.
Yeah.
Don't touch Joey's food. That's a bit of both. That's a bit of both. Okay, so here's the next one.
Monica's got ADHD.
ADHD.
Oh, no, sorry,
OCD.
OCD.
Yep.
Hard.
Ross is depressed.
Oh yeah.
And then who's left? You got Chandler.
Chandler, what's Chandler got?
He's a budding comedian. Like
Yeah, depression.
He's
Depression.
He gets all of his value from making people laugh. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, that's the saddest one.
Depression
to be
again.
honest.
Depression again.
And Jennifer Aniston, I mean, it probably wasn't in the show, but Rachel probably also had an eating disorder.
I would say,
yeah.
Yeah, and pills. I would say she's doing
Mummy
Xannies.
issues as well.
She's
Mum
doing
was a cunt, I think.
pharmaceuticals for sure.
Yeah.
And probably does porn too. She would be doing OF.
Oh, yeah, 2022.
If
Rachel would
2022
be
is
doing-
Friends, she's
Do you reckon
jammed
they'd ever
herself.
do a reboot of that?
I think we should do one.
Before we get into that, let's introduce our guest because
Yes.
people listening are very confused.
We've got Tom Witcombe on the podcast,
So-
comedian, friend, entrepreneur. Play the clapping, please.
He doesn't know which button it is.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
Tom, how you going?
Very, very well. Glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Do you have a nickname?
Not one I'm willing to share on the podcast.
Oh, okay, we can make one up for you. Just because two Toms
They call
is
him the
too
Night
much.
Stalker.
The Night Stalker.
Trying to think of some fucked up nickname.
The Night Stalker's not that bad.
No, but that was a serial killer.
I was.
Oh,
I
okay.
used to do roast battles in Sydney, and I think I was referred to as the Surrey Hills rapist.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they came hard. Every
You
time.
don't discriminate on gender, that rapist.
Every time I don't. I'm a rapist, but I don't see gender. I ask them their pronouns first.
That's a woke way. That's a good skit, the woke rapist.
Force consent out. No, too much.
Every time I did a roast battle, all I ever got abused for was being either like upper class or a rapist. That was or like a murderer. The Jeffrey Dahmer documentary has been terrible for my online presence recently.
Yeah,
True. You've got the glasses. You've got the face.
got the
Every
hair.
YouTube,
Killed
TikTok,
a bitch. Sorry, go on.
every YouTube or TikTok comment I'm getting at the moment is just like, they don't even put the work in to make it a joke. They just write Jeffrey Dahmer. And I'm like, I fucking get it, okay?
YouTube comments are really clever.
I like
TikTok
him.
comments.
No, I like it. Have you
should
started
embrace
owning it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you started doing videos about how you look like Dharma and all this sort of stuff?
And I've just been going to gay clubs,
Yeah, yeah. You just invite them back to your place for a drink and just see how it goes.
It's a bit. It's a sketch. It's
Yeah,
a TikTok.
yeah.
Bro, that's literally, but that's the crazy thing about TikTok is you could make a whole career being the guy who looked like Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah.
There was a chick who made her I think she got a couple 100,000 followers because she kind of looked like Margot Robbie.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
She's still going, isn't she?
She's still going.
There's a chick who looks like Jim Carrey, killing it.
I can't tell if you're joking
No,
here.
I'm serious.
I think that's just Jim Carrey.
He's that good. He's that good,
He's on
bro.
the estrogen.
Yeah,
He's
she's
that
on
good.
Comedians in Cars getting coffee. She's doing great.
Bro, he's playing a character and he's that good at his facial,
Dude, you got to see this woman.
Show me her
maybe
then.
look it up.
Get her
Jim
up.
She looks
Carrey
like Robin
woman
Williams.
lookalike.
Her name's like Mrs. Doubtfire or something.
Dude, that was the original, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
so what was the best roast you got at one of these roast battles?
Oh, what was... Oh, God, I keep going down the same well. Steph Broadbridge, who defeated me for champion status in Sydney Roast Battle,
Oh, no.
said... Tom's high school rape team also played water polo.
That is heaps good.
Oh, that's funny. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
nice. That's do you still do them?
I haven't done one in ages. You know what happened? Like I started getting matched up against like anti-comedy guys, and it was just impossible.
Oh, yeah.
You can't.
When they're
beat
not
them.
even doing jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and people. I have a very hateable face, so crowds are like instantly like, "Fuck this guy." We're on board with the other one.
Yeah, right.
So I really got to go like for like jokes. The best one I had, which was like one of my first ones actually, the one that I was really really happy with was Oh no! I'm not. I'm pulling out of that one. Too many rape jokes.
Okay, that's
I like that. You got to pull out sometimes.
yeah, exactly.
Did you find the Jim Carrey lookalike?
Otherwise I get your DNA.
Show the boys. It's the woman who
Holy
looks like Jim Carrey.
fuck! Holy
That's
fuck!
spot on.
That's pretty good, right?
That's freaky.
yeah. So
Yeah, that's
she's-
literally can be your whole career. You
Yeah.
kind of look like someone.
I've always struggled with that because I feel like a lot of like YouTubers and stuff find their niche and they just beat it to death. I get so bored.
I think that's what fucked me up initially because people didn't know which guy I was going to be because I started leaning hard into doing a slug and they're like, you're the slug guy. And then I started doing shoeys. They're like, you're the shoey guy. And then I started doing stand-up. Well, I was doing stand-up before. They're like, no, you can't do three things, bro. You can't do stand-up,
You thought about
music,
incorporating all of them?
music, and a slug. I do it for my shows. I do
Like
the
you
slug
do
at the end of it.
Slug while doing a shoey?
But like, if I had to lean into someone I looked like, judging by Alex's comment this morning, we'll meet up for coffee, and he was supposed to meet me at the fucking cafe, and he said he thought he saw me, but it ended up being a homeless dude with a blanket around him.
Oh, you were cold. And then I said I saw a homeless guy who was sitting next to the train station. His blanket was over his lap, but there was too much hand movement at the front of the blanket. And I was like, is this guy jerking off?
And then I was like, oh, it's Frenchy.
That was me, and that was me. But that's one of those ones. If you know, if a tree falls in a forest, doesn't make a sound. If you don't see the homeless man's dick, is he even wanking? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was a bit of a
harm,
dilemma.
no foul.
I gave him a
what's-
look.
Harm, no
What's the
foul.
sound of one hand wanking? There's the kinds of questions we're asking.
We know that sound.
I gave him a look like I know what you're doing, and maybe he wasn't wanking, but
That's what he was hoping for.
Yeah.
That's what he wanted. That'll get
Yeah.
him through the next half
yeah,
hour.
true. He came when I looked at him. So, how long have you been doing stand up? We don't know each other that well.
No, I've been doing stand about 5 years now.
Mm.
What about you?
Oh, I reckon close to 3,
Okay.
maybe.
How are you finding it?
Yeah, good. Like,
I think I've been doing 15 or something.
yeah, you've been doing it a
15
long
years.
time, dude.
I'm an old man.
Yeah,
I was.
Were you doing stand up before you were doing sketches?
Yeah. Because
okay.
that's how everyone thought they were going to make it back in the day. Was because you'd see the Melbourne Comedy Festival gala. You're like, that's how I'll make it by doing stand up. It seems like such an easy progression.
Yeah.
And then YouTube came in and changed everything.
And now you're on the gala.
No, still not. Fuck the cunts. Fuck the cunts.
Yeah, I was doing sketches before I did stand up.
Yeah,
So we're-
okay.
Yeah, he doesn't get respect in the industry.
Yeah.
In what industry either? Either industry.
The sketch
Oh,
industry.
yeah,
The sketch
stand-up industry,
industry.
like, fuck this guy is a sketch guy. And the sketch industry, like, fuck that guy is a stand-up guy.
I get a lot of side eye from guys in turtlenecks. So I assume that's what sketch guys wear.
That's mine, bro. That's mine.
Mime.
Yeah. Have you been fighting stand up? What's the worst gig you've done?
Worst gig I've done. I've done, like...
Just the usual suspects. Tom did an Ethiopian restaurant
That
to
was
put
my
it
worst.
Oh, no.
into perspective
Yeah.
on a
Wait, was this
a slow Tuesday.
Tight 5?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Have you talked... You talked about Tight 5 at all?
Not by naming.
Okay.
But
She's quite litigious. Have you heard this?
litigious.
Like
I don't
she's-
even know what that means.
She's tried to sue comics for talking shit about her.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's...
She's an
Thanks
odd
for bringing
unit.
it up, man. Thanks for bringing it up. I feel like this is a stitch up.
Yeah. She interesting character.
What about gigs though? Like
I'm trying to think of like really, really bad ones.
any
like,
good bombs, or you just been crushing for 5 years?
No, I reckon it's just like it's always when a room just isn't suited. I bombed early because I would go in too hard and people would be like, "This is too much." Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like when you're like, I had to learn that you need to convince people you're not a cunt before you can just spend 5 minutes being a cunt.
Is that why you wear the suit?
That helps. That helps. I don't look like the most affable of people, a real estate agent. Is what I'm.
Yeah, people respect them.
Get the Bluetooth.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's exact. I think you get to the level where, well, hopefully you bomb just because it's not your crowd, and that's like one of those things you can't say. It's like, oh, it's not my crowd. The fucking crowd's fault. But like, I had a bomb at Will Gibbs' room the other day.
Oh, yeah?
Because it's a smallish room. It was like 40 in there, well-lit room. But the whole front table was dominated by this family, this Wog family. It was the dad's birthday, so he got all the kids in, the dad and mum in, grandma's in there. She's like a old woman, like very old.
Yeah, we know what grandmas
And
are.
so I start going into like, yeah, exactly. And also like, I think they're a bit more like,
I'm like, this woman's so old, her kids have kids. You know what I mean?
yeah, old. They're quite old. Fuck yous. I'm trying to tell a story. But anyway, so yeah, I think they're also a bit more of a family that, how do I say, uptight? Not uptight, but like they don't like loose comedy. Like
They probably
I was
don't
doing.
see a lot of comedy.
They don't see a lot of my style of comedy or Tom's style, and I knew from the first dick sucking joke
Okay, yeah.
that I wasn't for them.
Yeah.
Was it a grandma themed one?
No, I did have some dry pussy.
You
jokes,
know
so.
when you're sucking dick in the depression. you
know
need
when-
protein wherever you can
You
get
know
it.
when JFK got assassinated?
Yeah, he wasn't the only one that got head that day. Am I right?
Oh, that's
That is good.
Lee Harvey Oswald wasn't the only one that got head. That's the better version of that joke. That's the problem. I remember
right.
now. The worst gig I did was it was like in Macquarie Park.
Yep.
And it was one of those, I think, you know how there are some venues that I think legally have to have like shows on? Like they have a certain amount of pokies where it's like, oh, well, we have to have a show on from time to time.
Yeah.
Huge room, open bar, like as in the bar and the audience in
room.
the same place.
Yep.
So you can hear anyone who's like making a shaker cocktail, you got to stop your bit halfway
Yep.
through and just let them finish making that espresso martini.
I hate that.
And it started at 9. I was on last. There's like families there ordering like chicken nuggets and fish and chips and stuff. And by the time I get on stage, there are 3 people there.
Oh.
There's 3 people, like a brother and a sister and one of their friends sitting at the front, and the rest of the place is fucking empty. It's like 10:30, and I'm like, this is a fucking waste. This is a waste of everybody's time.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, the Ethiopian restaurant I did, I'll just tell you about that. It was in Blacktown. I'd say there was the Ethiopian owner. He was kind of next to me. There was a few comics. And then there was 3 guys who came in for Ethiopian food. And so I'm doing my fucking pedophile jokes. And I stopped for them to order. It was that kind of vibe. Like, oh no, go for it. Just they're like Ethiopian pancakes.
Did you do your bit about painting your dick white?
Hope so. Hope so.
Is that a bit?
Yeah.
Do you want to burn it on the podcast, or is it too hot
too
material?
Hot. It's too
Yeah, it
hot.
might be a bit weird here. Yeah.
It's too hot.
Painting your dick white. Sure.
It needs no context.
That's all it is.
Context.
Oh, it's very early.
What are you up to this weekend, French?
What are you up to, Tom? He's our guest. Don't fucking ask me.
That's all right. They wanted to hear from you. It's the friend.
Oh, well, we could have all gone around the room.
No, I don't want to say. I'm too tired.
Do you watch
I
the
just said
footy,
I'm too
Tom?
tired.
Yeah, I do. I'm an Eastern Suburbs Roosters fan, because we all know the heart of
You
rugby
would be.
league exists in the
You would
East.
be.
So, like, you know, Parramatta, Penrith, they're just the same people wearing different coloured jerseys, really, aren't they? It's just...
That's if there was an Eastern Suburbs bomber. That's the type of a venue he'd attack. You know, to get rid of the West.
Okay. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I had the roguest question on a podcast the other day. Somebody texted in to say, what's the biggest terrorist attack you think you could get away with?
That's a great question.
That is a great question.
I think it's a very simple question, but I'll open up to you guys. What do you reckon?
Okay, I'm trying to think what I'd target. You want dense population.
We couldn't help it.
Well, they're saying biggest. They're saying biggest, so I think they mean fat people, don't they?
Yeah, fat people.
Don't they mean like
Is that who
something like
you're targeting?
Well, it depends how you're going to do it. I think the plane one's pretty fun, a bit of an homage to a great terrorist attack. If you can get your hands on a plane.
It'd be disappointing if you just crashed into a field, though, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah. Let's not drag those terrorists through the mud. They tried their best, all right?
R.I.P., right?
Have you heard? I was listening to Rogan the other day. They were saying apparently, like, it's fairly commonly accepted that one that crashed into the field was shot down. Have you heard that?
I don't believe that.
Then, like, apparently it exploded into tons of pieces. Like, that's not what happens when a plane crashes.
Well, that's what. Well, they say that the people on board fought back. That's what was the myth. Was the myth? So you're saying they got shot down?
Yeah.
But like, why couldn't they have fought back? Didn't they only have knives?
They had box cutters. Yeah.
Box cutters, bro.
But I feel like once they're in the cockpit with the door shut, you can fight all you want in the fucking cabin. You know,
But I'm saying, but
plane's
don't.
still going down.
But that's what's so like. I'm pretty sure there's training is don't open the door for anything.
Now
it is now, yeah.
But
you used to knock and they'd let you fly for a
Yeah,
bit.
exactly.
Is that what happened?
Excuse me, pilot.
like-
These 4 Middle Eastern gentlemen would love to see the cockpit.
But like, why did they open the door?
I don't know. They were like, room service.
They were like, hey, you just let that white kid sit on the pilot's lap. Give us a go.
yeah.
No, but you could be racist back then. That's
Yeah.
That's what was like.
But I don't know. The pilot might have
didn't
been
look
doing
into
a
it.
shit.
I didn't look into it enough. But why did they open the door? I'm
to do
pretty
a
sure
shit
it
or
is
something,
locked.
and they just fucking went in.
No, answer me. Answer me.
I told you.
Okay.
I don't know. Were they not locking it before? Maybe.
Or they could have held a
Oh
box.
no, I think they were like they had like hostages, and they told the pilot open up or
But also, a part of you's like, he's not going to let you go. What's he going to do with the fucking plane?
Well, you don't have the retrospect at the time. People weren't fucking hijacking
You do.
planes.
You're a pilot.
I'm not.
Yeah, but you're trained for this.
I'm not. I'm on a podcast.
So you reckon they should have kept the door locked while they just start executing passengers at the
beheading
back?
flight attendants.
And then they're like, the 4th plane landed safely with 100 stab victims. The pilots escaped unharmed.
In
ending.
retrospect.
In retrospect.
No, you're right. It is hard to know what you should do in that situation. So yeah, I guess.
Do you ever think when you're on a plane, if someone goes, are you going to step up?
That's what Mark Wahlberg said he would. He got in lots of trouble for it.
He said, if I were on that plane, you better believe things would have gone pretty different.
Depends which character he was
He would have
playing.
been doing push-ups or reading the Bible or something. He
Yeah,
would have
depends
been
which
ready.
character he was playing though.
Yeah.
If it was like
He's
his
got a packed schedule.
Transformer or his boxing character, I think he could have. But there's other ones he wasn't so tough in.
Boogie Nights, and he just distracts him with
Yeah,
this
it was-
enormous cock.
Just fucks him.
He's got a weapon. He can't take that thing on a
Yeah,
plane,
no.
surely.
do you guys follow Clickhole? Do you know Clickhole?
No.
It's like The Onion. You know The Onion?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like their media sort of branch of it. And they saw one, they do celebrity quotes that are made up. And one of them was like, Mark Wahlberg, you better believe if I was on the plane on 9/11, I would have been flying first class.
True. Do you want to do some news?
Wait, do you want to do your terrorist attack first, Tom, and then we can do some news?
Terrorist attack.
Oh, it's just like when I ask this. I mean, first of all, this is a red hot question to be putting out onto the internet, but also you just rent a van. Like that's the effective way.
I own a van.
There you go. Some prime suspect.
Frenchy's in deep thought.
Wait, you just rent a van?
Just rent a van. Go to the city to surf.
Okay.
Oh, and then what?
What do you reckon?
Abduct the hottest kid? I don't know.
It's a terrorist attack.
Just cruise control, Frenchy. What are you?
Okay, I got you. Well, I'm thinking of explosions and stuff, bro.
Oh,
Dude, you're so.
That's such an
2001.
Australian.
yeah.
That's what's so funny about Australian. Like terrorist attacks aren't funny, but sometimes there's Australian terrorist attacks. That's exactly what they do. They just get a car and try to drive through as many people as they can because they can't get their hands on anything good.
Yeah, man. The Bali bombing's called. They want their strategy back, Frenchy. God.
It was done before that.
I'm trying to think of mine.
I will watch the foot to get back to the question. I don't know. I'll watch the footy on Sunday, but I'm not particularly.
I got my terrorist attack.
I was trying to smoothly exit.
Nah,
from
I'm
this.
back in.
It's like
He's
you
not
guys
good
said-
at a transition.
No.
The podcast is fucking banging in Iraq this weekend. I don't know what happened.
So many ideas.
The thing with terrorist attacks, they try to kill too many people.
They get greedy.
Greedy. It's
No.
like deal or no deal, you know?
No, but I'm saying what would cause the Western world the most discomfort? Bed bugs. Have you ever had bed bugs? They fuck with you, bro.
I'd ask if you have, but
I have had them,
yeah,
bro.
I know. I can
And so
tell.
if you can infect every bed in the Western world with bed bugs, that's going to destabilize the West for sure.
This is so typical of you to turn ISIS into a prank-based YouTube channel.
Oh no!
You know, in wars, how they'll have like strategy where they'll attack like the power sources or the petrol sources to take them down. You're out, bro.
Yeah, I'm trying to wake up. Go on.
I reckon if you were attacking Australia, you'd go for like the Tui's factory, the
Oh,
fucking
don't you
Marlboro
fucking
factory,
dare.
and then we'd kill each other.
Bundy rum.
Yeah, Bundy Rum Factory, just knock out Bundaberg.
Yeah, well, I guess there's no alcohol or cigarettes. We might as well just become Muslims now. I guess.
Yeah, that's
not
how-
really holding us in. Attack
What's the point? Why
attack-
would we go to the footy if we can't have beer?
Yeah.
All our culture would start sliding.
Oh,
No one would
bro.
laugh at comedians anymore.
And they serve mid-strength at the cricket. They're on their way. They're on their
Yeah,
fucking way.
Fuck, maybe that is a
I'm
terrorist
surprised
attack.
there wasn't a riot about that.
Mid-strength at the foot.
Out
at
of all the
cricket.
things Australians should protest, it's mid-strength beer at
I
a sporting
agree.
game.
And
That's fucked. We're not fucking children.
festivals doing the one standard drink every can. And
what
they're
the
like
fuck is
20
that?
bucks. Well, that's something we should protest about.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, that's some bullshit.
Don't try to save us from ourselves. If we want to get blind, that's our fucking right as an adult.
Yeah,
You
like
know what I'm saying?
The amount of people who started snuggling Jack Daniels straight into the cricket would have gone through the roof
Yeah.
when they started doing mid-strengths.
The good one to do, I did it, is that camel pack.
Oh, yeah.
In your backpack, I had vodka in there, and I was pouring it straight in. Not straight in the cup. You get a lemonade. You
That's
just
good.
Keep topping it up. Fucking cooked me, but it's too
Alex was
much.
telling me he put a shot of whiskey in his foreskin and tied it off. He's got a really long one.
Yeah, he calls it the water bomb, the whiskey bomb.
Got a name now. It sounds legit. That's disgusting. I really visualize that.
Yeah, he says it hits you quicker, it gets in the bloodstream quicker if you do it through your
Pee hole.
Pee hole, yeah.
Oh, I love smuggling booze into festivals though. I was seeing one the other day on TikTok of just dudes who like bury it near trees and stuff, and you come and dig it up.
That's fun. That's like a treasure.
Yeah.
hunt.
Yeah, that's good.
I used to you'd get the tins of like golden circle fucking peaches, and you tip all the liquid out, and then you'd fill it with vodka, so there's peaches still floating in it, and you take it into the campsite, and they never know.
That sounds delicious.
And then you eat the peaches. They're actually too strong. They're kind of disgusting, but it's fun. Peach flavored vodka.
Yeah.
Hey, when you last week I was listening to the podcast, you were talking about your shin injury.
Oh,
your
yeah.
shinjury. And you were talking about being at the Nets with Bing.
Yes.
Is that Brett Lee?
No, it's not Brett Lee. I always forget that's the same name.
When you said that, I was like, that was the most fucking casual name drop.
No.
You know all the cricketers
me,
now.
Binger, punter, Gilly, just at the Nets, just showing them a few things.
I am best mates with Watto now, but
That's
no.
sick. That's so cool.
But no, he's my mate. Bing, his name, last name's Hing, so we call him Bing. I don't know why. He's the cricket captain. He's got new uniforms for us this year, so it should
He's a
be
nice
good.
dude, isn't
He's
he?
a great bloke.
Yeah.
He's a great bloke. So yeah,
How did you and Watto become mates?
Well, he was randomly just at the Nets. Everyone thought I made up a story for a brand deal.
I thought I was assuming like this is for
I even
KO or
assumed that,
something.
yeah.
No, because I wouldn't have shot it if it was for a brand deal. I'm shit with
Yeah,
brands.
you are.
I'm a self-sabotager, as they say. No, I was literally down there with Bing and another mate, and then I see the first dude I see is this dude I used to film with, Sean. I go, Sean, how you going, man? He goes, good. I'm just down here filming with my mate Shane. They go, that's Shane Watson. He goes, yeah, Shane Watson.
You're like, wait a minute.
He goes,
Shane
you know him.
Warne? No, Shane Watson. Oh.
Damn.
But anyway, so they did some shit, and then they went over to do some other filming on the field, and I saw him showing him my videos, which is a common thing. And then he comes back, he's like, "Do you want to film something with Shane?" I was like,
Sick.
Yeah, you just got to tag his new gear. T20 All Stars, we love it. Let's go. T20 Stars, maybe that's what it's called. So yeah, I just said, just roll some down to me. I'll do the rest, Shane. Fortunately, the abs are already on for some reason.
They're always on.
They're always on.
Yeah.
And then we did part 2 at the SCG, and then hopefully part 3 this summer. I'll stay tuned for that.
Yeah, we'll get him on the pod. Yeah.
Get him on the pod.
Now we
That'd
got
be
a studio, and we're
But
not
what if he
inviting him-
actually listens to the pod?
Oh, well, don't tell him to listen to it.
Wait, why? You've been talking shit about Shane Watson?
No. We talk great about Watson and cricketers, but like his brand is a pretty clean cut brand.
Yeah.
We just talked about how we would do a terrorist attack.
I'm still thinking about it.
Yeah.
I'm sticking with the bed bugs one. I think destabilize. What are you after here? What are you after here?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so speaking of bombs, Watto, what's with all your DRS decisions? What the fuck was that about?
So I tried to do that joke, and then I was like, fuck, is it too soon?
To make jokes about DRS.
I
Yeah.
don't even know what that is.
Oh, really?
Nah.
Because you laughed, which was...
Yeah, I was just polite.
Now
It
I'm
was
not going to
because
trust
you-
any of
yeah,
your
I
laughs from
wouldn't
now on.
lie. I wouldn't trust me.
That's fucked up.
That's
bro.
one of my terrorist attacks. It's subtle.
That's gaslighting in a way.
You don't know what that
I
means.
know what it is. We read the definition on the podcast last week.
What is it?
It's when you make someone believe something that's not true, and you fucking gaslight the.
See what
cunts.
I did to you? I gaslighted you.
Oh, he's good.
Fuck.
Oh, fuck. That'd be a good
Wait, did
Friends
you-
episode. Back on the Friends, that'd be a good Friends episode.
Gasception.
Oh.
Chandler trying to figure out what gaslighting is.
Do you reckon they'll reboot that? I feel like that.
But like,
They
no,
could.
They did the
can't,
reunion. You see
bro.
they did a reunion last
Yeah, I
year?
watched it. It was pretty good.
Yeah, it was fuck. They all puffy, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
And everyone was like, what the fuck is James Corden doing here? Do you remember he was hosting it?
We hate that.
I thought you were making a joke because Joey kind of looks like
Joey's face puffed up.
Matthew Perry, going back to Matthew Perry being depressed and drug addicted, in that reunion looks so unhappy the whole time. Like there's a scene where they're all singing the theme song and it's all like fun and joke, and they're just like trying to cut him out of the frame the whole time because he just looks like he wants to kill himself.
Yeah, he's trying to drown himself in the fountain and shit. And no one told you that. He's like, blah, 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 blah. Poor cunt.
So you reckon reboot?
Alright.
They'll make it so
Oh,
fucking
dude.
woke, but
Oh,
that would
dude.
make it
be crazy.
so woke. Every single person.
Would be bi.
Yeah. Well, what's the other one that's pan? Is it pan? That's just
pansexual.
pansexual. That'd all be
Yeah.
pansexual. That'd all be genderless.
Like the whole episode, they're just talking about how beautiful Chandler's trans mother is.
That was pretty woke of them.
Hey Chandler, welcome home. Your mother is stunning and brave. Like, why do you keep saying that to me? I don't understand. because they fucking botched it at the time. Where it was just, I mean, as you would.
I don't remember it at the time, but
Because at the time, all of the jokes were like, "Hey," it was basically, "Hey, your mum's got a dick," and we were in 2004. We were all like, "That's pretty funny. That's pretty great." And in hindsight, people were like, "That show is so problematic," as if in like 2004, Chandler's dad transitioned and they just didn't mention it at all. We would have been like, "Should we? I feel like we need to go into this."
Times are changing.
who would you cast then in Friends?
Oh,
Not the woke version, just like a normal virgin, okay?
virgin.
The normal version of French.
Version.
Friends for Virgins is called.
You'd
Big
have to
Bang
get a
Theory.
bit woke. You'd have to get a bit woke, but you don't go crazy with it.
Yeah.
Who are you casting?
Oh,
So wait, do any of them stay, or it's total reboot?
Total
start from the
reboot.
beginning? Okay.
I think Timothy Chalamet, put him in it.
Timothy Chalamet.
He's just hot. That'll bring the audience.
You're
in.
saying that name wrong on purpose.
I don't know how to say. I'm not actually
Yeah,
French,
like,
bro.
it's very off-brand for me to know French.
Sydney Sweeney's popping right now. She can be Rachel.
okay.
Who's the transgender actress?
Get
from-
Lizzo in there.
Yeah, she's in there
She's
for
a bit
sure.
old.
Yeah, but she could act
be-
young.
she'd be-
She's got youthful energy,
She
bro.
could be Gunther.
They're gonna have to. They're gonna have to get a few more chairs
Hey.
in Central Perk if she's there.
Lizzo would be
She's taking that 3-seater.
Lizzo would be a great Phoebe. She'd be a great Phoebe. She's a bit kooky. She's got that
I think with
energy.
what we were talking about, she'd have to be autistic.
Greta Thunberg is always saying.
Greta Thunberg.
Fuck, that'd be cool. Get her acting. Fuck her causes.
What if that's why she did it? Was she just wanted to get into Hollywood films?
I like that.
And that's why she's like, I can see my stepping stone here is
Strategy.
is to care about the environment for a bit.
Yep.
Sidestep into a Leo
The
film, Titanic 2 or something.
It's like the reverse Leo.
There's a UK comic called Alfie Brown who's just put out a special on YouTube. He's got a great Greta Thunberg bit, and it's long, but one of the things he says is like, Greta Thunberg's worst nightmare is them fixing climate change. They're gonna be like, "Hey Greta, we figured it out. Don't worry about it. You can stop now." She's like, "Oh great, oh excellent. Do I still get to dance with Jason Derulo at the MTV Awards?"
So true. What would you do?
if climate change was fixed.
Yeah, to be like Chandler when Friends ends. The bones would slowly leave her face.
She'll be right. She'll go back to school, finish year 5. She'll be fine. I'm back on Greta.
Yeah?
I think her parents put her up to it. I think it wasn't her fault.
Yeah, it's normally the case
she's
with children.
she's still doing it though, right?
Yeah,
She's
but
still.
now she's just in a lane. You know, like a tennis dad. I feel like that's what she had.
Yeah.
Like burst on the scene at 15, but a lot of that was your dad taking down the court at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
just fucking hitting balls at you.
Greta Kyrgios just like
Kyrgios.
on stage at a climate change conference yelling at her friends and family for not cheering hard enough.
And then eventually they'll do a film about the dad, not her. Like Serena Williams.
that
was
so fucking weird, man.
That's
Greg
great.
Thunberg.
Yeah, it's like that's so funny. The 2 greatest female black athletes of all time. We think this is actually a great story of a man.
Like, why wouldn't that be about the sisters? That's so interesting. Like the sister dynamic being both like amazing athletes, but
King
the
Richard.
dad.
Yeah,
King Richard.
King Rich.
It's like origin
Yeah,
story.
you can have him in it. He can be a B storyline for sure. He can start as the A storyline, then move on.
Yeah.
The whole thing about him. Did you hear the story, but apparently he planned to get him into tennis because there was so much money in it. Originally he thought golf or something. I don't know. I haven't watched it.
That's an investment.
Yeah.
Smart.
The Tiger Woods one is equally actually the difference is in King Richard. He actually seems to really love his family, whereas Tiger Woods, that guy, his dad just saw dollar signs the
Yikes.
minute.
Yeah, dollar signs and pussy.
Yeah.
Apparently that's why Tiger was such a philanderer, was his dad was.
Oh. Michael Jackson thing.
Yeah.
Similar.
Yeah, probably.
Similar.
Yeah.
I wish that's all Michael Jackson did. He's cheating on his partner.
I stopped listening about anything to do with Michael Jackson after the 90s. What happened? Did something take place?
Oh, a
to
lot
the greatest
happened.
black pop star of all time? I don't know.
I always love, I've said this before, but the fact that he was the fact that he became white from a black man is not what people talk about.
Oh, yeah, I had a joke about this. It was like,
really?
imagine living a life so fucked up that you can transition race and no one brings it up.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah,
true.
that's crazy.
Like all the things about him, there's so many weird things. Oh my God.
If a white pop star was to dye their skin black, like reverse Michael Jackson, who do you think would do it?
Ooh.
Eminem.
No, I don't think he would.
Macklemore.
Macklemore, no.
Fuck, no.
I'm thinking like, who's Ryan Seacrest?
Ryan Seacrest.
He needs a bit more street cred, bro. He's gone down.
That's funny. What is he up to? He's probably
Or
hosting
maybe one of the
E! or something.
Janoskians. I don't know. Who do you think?
There's a Janoskians.
Maybe
Yeah.
someone from BTS. I feel like because they.
With the Janoskians, BTS, that's so funny. I don't know. I don't know if that's what the Korean market's super
Not a lot of
into.
diversity in that band, is there? Not a lot of diversity in that band.
Yeah, true.
That's so funny. If you're like, you know the real problem with K-pop? Not a single white person
Yeah.
in any of those bands.
That'd be a good mockumentary.
What?
The first white K-pop star.
All black.
Tom's like, I don't really want to watch that. I want to watch the white guy. I want to see that. I reckon Harry Styles could do it.
Harry Styles.
yeah.
And he'd be brave if he did it.
He'd be so brave.
Oh.
That is brave. I'm on him.
Harry Styles can do no wrong.
Oh, yeah.
I think that what Harry Styles would have to do to get in trouble would be literally Michael Jackson-esque. He'd like...
He could be doing some bad shit.
He could cow punch someone on the street. He could gutter stomp like a human. And they'll be like, oh, Harry. Harry. But look what he was wearing when he did it.
He was wearing a dress.
That person must have been Hitler or something.
That guy probably said something rude about his nails.
Have you watched Don't Worry Darling yet?
No.
Is it out?
I don't know.
I think it's at the cinemas.
Oh. It doesn't
It doesn't
seem like
have
a
good
cinema
reviews.
film
No.
to me.
Wasn't that his whole quote? Wasn't that the whole thing?
Yeah.
Where he
It's
was
a movie.
What I love about this movie is
Is
it's a movie.
It's a movie. Yeah, we talked about it the other week.
Yeah.
It's a movie. It's it's a movie.
It's one you have popcorn in
one
front
you
of.
have a popcorn. It's got some sounds and it's quite big when you watch it at the movies. It's when we did it, it wasn't as big, and I watched it back on the camera and it was smaller, and then I saw it and it was bigger.
I'm not that big in person.
I'm not actually
I'm projected.
20 feet tall.
I went to the movies and I went with my friend Simon Cowell and I said, Simon, can I have a choc top? And he said, no, Harry, the girls won't like you if you have too many choc tops.
He's
True.
was it that thing that popped up on TikTok? Was Simon Cowell didn't even start One Direction? It was the other judge on the show. She was like, "You should get all these boys together."
And then Simon's like, that's a great idea.
The Pussycat Doll. The Pussycat Doll.
No, that's a great idea, Nicole. She was like, can we cut the last 10 seconds? We should put these boys together.
King Richard.
Speaking of people who have aged terribly, have you
Oh,
seen
don't
that?
bring
cunt's-
me up again.
Have you seen Simon Cowell's fucking head lately?
Really?
He's done so much plastic surgery. He looks like fucking Terrence and Phillip from South Park. Can we get up a picture of
Good
Simon
reference.
Cowell?
Get up a picture. Speaking of, also, are we buying that Zac Efron
Yeah, no, yeah.
didn't get plastic surgery? I think we're a little gossip podcast right now, aren't we?
Can we see
Spilling
Simon
the
Cowell's
tea.
fucking...
Spilling the tea.
What is that?
Oh,
God,
my
is that a real
goodness.
photo?
Yeah, that's
Holy
actually what
shit.
his face looks like now.
That's Kris Jenner, bro.
That
That
is
looks
Kris
like Kris Jenner.
Or
Oh, wow.
You know how a lot of Koreans get the eyelid surgery? I think he had the
Yeah.
fucking opposite.
a friend of mine at school was a Korean guy, and his uncle was a plastic surgeon, and he got the eyelid surgery. I gotta be honest, he still looked pretty Korean.
He got it at school.
Like, I think he must have just left school, but it was like,
Fuck,
actually, maybe it was at school.
How much were you bullying him?
Oh, yeah, a lot.
What are you doing?
A lot.
It was like,
So what's the eyelid surgery? I'm sorry, I don't actually know.
So Koreans don't necessarily have the top eyelid. Like their eyes are different. Like actually.
they don't have like retractable eyelids.
Yeah,
that's
that's the
why.
word.
How do
the
they
eyes look
shut their
different.
eyes?
Don't do it. Don't do
I'm
it.
not doing it. It's an audio podcast.
Don't
I'm not
use your
doing it.
fingers to do it, Tom.
What do you mean?
No,
how
so
do
they don't
do it?
have the top eyelid. Is
So
that what
they're
you're
just like
saying?
They're not retractable.
Yeah,
Like
the eyelid
blinds.
doesn't close. The whole eye closes.
Oh, I did not know that.
So they get a surgery to get a flap.
There
They
you
take
go.
it from their vaginas, I believe.
That's random as. You can get a surgery for everything now.
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
you?
Or foreskins.
Yeah, foreskins. Yeah, yeah.
depending on the
Well, there's
gender.
a lot of skin that's not needed on the old 40. Do you have the picture of Zac Efron up?
But Alex found a really great use for his foreskin to sneak shots of vodka into music festivals.
Yeah,
He does it just casually as well.
He stretches it out like before he goes. The night before, he'll like put on a rack and stuff like that. He pops a few rings in there.
Yeah,
last time I went with him to a music festival, he told me there were spirits in there, and then there wasn't. And I'm like, fuck, he got me again.
Yeah, and you were drinking from the tap, which was a bit of a stitch up. I was at the servo with him, and I got a meat pie, and I forgot to buy a sauce. And he was like, don't worry about it.
Sauce in
he
my
had
dick
sauce
hole.
in there.
Sauce in my dick.
Yeah,
hole.
what the fuck is that?
So Zac Efron, sorry to break it to you, people who are into him sexually. He's had some bad plastic surgery now. He looks,
Or he's a bloated corpse.
looks like a muppet.
Yeah.
But he says, so what he says is he fell over in his bathroom and split open his chin, which is possible.
Broke his jaw.
Broke his jaw. Had to get all this mad jaw surgery to fix it. But then he didn't say anything at the time. We didn't see any photos of the injury, anything like that. And then it was a year later when he showed his plastic surgery. He's like, oh, by the way, I had a bad injury.
That's great.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Imagine being that hot and thinking you need more.
He's still a 9.
Even with the surgery.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Post-surgery.
Like, he's still well hotter than everyone in this room combined.
Okay, don't.
I don't, but like he looks creepy now.
Yeah.
Like he's like a creepy looking hot dude.
Yeah, but serial killers are hot right now.
Well, he's right
Trending.
here.
Yeah, I know.
Trending, Dahmer.
Trending.
Dahmer or Bundy, who do you think's hotter?
Bundy was hotter.
I thought I was kind of stoked because I was like, isn't Dahmer the hot one? And then I was listening to your podcast we were talking about last week and like, oh, because Bundy was the hot one. I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
You'd be top 5, but
No, he wasn't bad.
I did like Dahmer and Dahmerer.
Yeah. It's got legs.
it's a spin-off.
That's got legs.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's get into the trending news.
Sure.
Wait, before we go to the trending news,
Fucking God.
One
Why do you always do
second.
this?
1 second. Tom's special is out. We were talking about stand-up before. We could have done it at the end, but people are more engaged in the middle, Tom. Other Tom Witcombe, not Tom Armstrong. Fuck that cunt. What's the special called?
It's called Ignorant. It's out on YouTube. Tom Witcombe, Ignorant. Yeah, check it out.
And let's leave a comment. So if you watch it, or even if you just want to leave a comment to show you're supporting him from the podcast, what can we write?
Jeffrey Dahmer is doing so well.
Yep, something
All right,
about
that's
him looking like Dahmer.
Unfortunately, I won't be able to tell if they listen to the podcast or they're just a regular punter because that's most of the comments so far.
Okay, just write Dumb and Dumber then.
Dumb and
Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
Dumb and Dumber. Something to do with that would be great.
That would be great. Please, I would love to know that. I'm doing all these podcasts. I'm like, is this having any impact whatsoever? I did the Ladies Guide to Dude Cinema. Do you know that podcast? Beck Charwood and Alex J. It's like two really great female comedians, and they just talk about like dude films like Star Wars or Indiana Jones or whatever.
Right.
And I was a guest on that. And I was like, they get like a good listenership. It's a fun podcast. I'm like, maybe I'll get some listeners out of this. And my first joke is basically just ragging on women's sport. And I'm like, this might not have been a good tactical decision.
Speaking of, we've got a clip. Let's play this women's sport
Yes,
clip. 'cause you
play
mentioned
it.
Don't
Also,
start
before I forget, I want to say another comment you could leave is finally a Tom that's not a pedophile.
Yeah.
That's good.
Allegedly.
That's on brand.
Allegedly.
Okay, play the clip. Oh, he's playing the other clip or whatever. Play the
No,
clip.
play the
Guys, women's
sport
racing.
one.
Women's racing is every bit as exciting as men's racing, you know. Plus, you get to enjoy it for longer. Few unimpressed faces in response to that joke. From one of the genders, I won't say which. Sorry, that's actually my fault. I should have warned you at the start of my set. Some of these jokes do contain facts. So...
Will's a very, very, very good joke. One of my favourites. One of my favourites. How you don't get to use it anymore though? It's burnt.
No, I dropped that. Yeah. It's out on. You know, once it's been because that was for the Raw national final. Once something's been on SBS 2 at 9:30 on a Saturday. Everyone's seen it.
Fucking seen
Everyone's
it. Right,
seen
you
it.
go to America, you go to England. Don't do that fucking joke.
No, I
You go to
can't
the
do it.
western suburbs.
As I was like, I burned a joke. I did the cunt in America bit, and I did quite well. And I'm like, done forever. And then a month's gone past. I'm like, I want to do it again. Do you know what I mean? I like doing the joke, and it's one of my better ones. So I was like, to people, it's kind of like a greatest hits if they've heard it before. Yeah,
I think I'm
not
interested.
for a new show, but like
I'm interested about that because I think some fans want to hear the classic. Like if you've got a great joke and you start doing it, I think there's some people in the crowd who go, "Fuck yeah, he's doing the bit that I like."
Yeah.
What Jim used to do, he'll do it more as an encore. So he'll do his new show and then he'll be like, okay, who wants to hear the fucking gun control bit?
Yeah.
And it's like kind of cool because
Love how you just said Jim as if you're on first names.
Jimmy, Jimmy Jeffries.
So that's Jim Jeffries,
Jimmy
by the way.
Jeffries.
It's like I was talking to my good mate George Carlin, by the way. George Carlin.
And Bing, me and Bing.
And Bing. I think apparently Mitch Hedberg used to take requests. Like he'd get to the end of the set and he's like, "Do anyone got any requests?" And they'd be like, club sandwich. And he'd be like, "Okay." And he would do the thing.
That's funny.
I feel like I'd forget him if I didn't practice them before. I wanted to do I want to do the Frozen story again one tour.
Just do it.
Just because it's so.
Who's going to stop you?
No one will remember it anymore anyway.
Yeah. Do the
trending
topics.
When it's
Alex just
so
gets
low
lost.
energy.
He goes into a K-hole sometimes and he just forgets who he is.
Oh, that's the version without the backing track, I just realised. But anyway.
Okay. First story is Karen's Diner, no body shaming. Do you guys see this video?
No. Wait,
I think we talked about
a new
it.
video? There was a video a little while ago, right, about asking a 14-year-old girl if she does OnlyFans.
This is a new one.
Did we talk about this last week?
I think we didn't get to it.
I think we briefly talked about it.
Yeah, because the guy... I think I just sent it to you guys in the chat, actually.
Yeah. So there's one rule at Karen's Diner. It's no body shaming. We got a clip we're going to play
was that a
first.
joke?
No.
I figured, of course they're going to body shame people.
No. You can be a rude cunt without going that physical aspect.
But that's all they do. They don't do...
That's so funny that's their one rule. It's like, look, you can make fun of their race.
Yeah,
You can make
call
fun
them
of
a pedophile
disabilities.
and shit.
Do not make fun of their bodies.
But I feel like they're trying to get to the levels like, oh, you fucking ready to order? You fucking...
But they don't do that. That's what they should do. What they do at Karen's Diner is literally bully people. They'll be like, "Oh, you're with your daughter. Are you going to finger her?" Like they're like way too far. They don't know what a Karen is anymore. Like they're fucked.
You're going to finger her.
Like it's not even clever. It's just like intense.
And the idea of the waiter is like, they're going to fucking love this.
It actually looks like the most frustrating place to fucking go. I was watching this TikTok of these people who went there. They'll like throw the menus on the ground. Haha, funny. I've got to pick up the fucking menu.
Yeah.
Then they'll put your drinks on another table, so you've got to go get them. And it's like, haha, that's good. And then you'll be like, I haven't ordered. I've been here for an hour. And they'll be like, oh, you haven't ordered? Oh, you haven't ordered? And you're like, no, cunt, I haven't fucking ordered. And they'll just be like, well, I'm busy. They literally were doing that to this person. I'm like, and then their food didn't come out for ages, and they were like, I don't give a fuck about your food. It's like, it's not a sustainable business.
I remember at one of I think it was a Fringe festival, there were a couple of comics who I didn't like and thought were bad. And we were like, we should take gummies and go to their show because it's going to be terrible.
Yeah, I remember you at my show.
So a couple of us did, and it was like, in theory, the funniest thing. Like, we're going to go see this awful comedy show. It's going to be so funny. And we're like, hi, coming up, sitting in the crowd, this is fun, and then the show started, and the realization that I'd have to sit through 55 minutes of this thing, like, this is funny in theory and not at all in practice.
Oh, it's long.
It's a long show.
Especially when you've taken something that's like really chilled you out. You're like, I'm going to pass out.
Yeah.
And then when it's a small crowd and you feel them watching you and you got to show your approval.
Oh, God.
Because they're going to know if you're not enjoying it. And so you just got to smile. But like, we're going to Karen's Diner. They actually just hit me
Are
up.
you actually?
I haven't ridden back yet, but they're like, hey, you want to come to Karen's Diner? I hear you're a comedian or whatever. You get a +1, so we're going to get a +2 and we're going to go through. And I think initially we were going to be like, oh, let's just let it happen, enjoy it. But now we're going to roast back.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. We're going to bring the full force of what we fucking do. And if that little fucking teenager comes at us, we're going harder at them.
Fuck.
Body shame us? Let's fucking go. I've heard it all. You haven't. You haven't. I'll get on Instagram Live. I'll fucking go at you.
Oh my God. This sounds
You got a
mean.
middle-aged manager. Let's fucking go at her too. Don't worry about it. Anyone can get a piece. We're going on to their socials. We're going to find out who they're married to. We're going to find out what their fucking kids look like. You want to fucking go at us? You want to wait an hour to deliver us food? No fucking way.
I saw another chick who got fucking food poisoning, and she was like complaining. She's like, "Dude, I just vomited in the bathroom, and then I came back. My friend went and vomited in the bathroom, and they're like, oh, you have this sore tummy." They're like, "Did you eat too much?" It's like that's like a health code issue, bro.
Yeah,
Maybe get out of character.
we've been undercooking the chicken. It's part of the experience. All right.
It's medium rare. you
Karens are
fucker.
good cooks, if anything.
You'd think so. You'd think so.
Yeah.
You're gonna. When are you gonna go? The two of you?
Three of us.
As soon as we can all get a date together, we'll go. We wanted to go before or after the potty, but we'll just go whenever we can all get there.
Yeah.
Are you gonna film it?
Yeah, definitely
Yeah, I
just
think so.
mobile film.
Man, that fills me with so much anxiety. I would hate that.
Yeah, I don't love the
I would
idea.
hate for them to be them.
You look into it. Oh man.
Well, we started. We weren't going to, and then we're seeing all these videos popping up, and Tom's talking about how they're like, "Google your drinks." I'm like, "Don't you fucking baby voice me."
Frenchy got angry when they made fun of a guy's receding hairline, and so Frenchy started
shaming.
started arming himself.
It's in the rules.
I got a hat. How will they even know?
Well, apparently the reason he was so angry is one of the waiters splashed him with water, like tossed a drink on him. I can play the little clip here.
Yeah, play the clip. So you're fucking.
What's your one thing your fucking sign says? No body shape. And that fucking fat bitch has the right to... No body shaming! Seriously. You can get fucked. No, you can call the police. So
Over the counter.
So bad.
What's the
No
one thing
body
your
shame.
fucking sign says?
And he calls her a fat bitch. Or something.
Fat bitch. No, but he's like, if you want to dish it out, I'll dish it back.
Yeah. How does it feel?
Fuck, people are funny. Like, why go
Oh.
if you're sensitive? There's no reason to go.
Yeah.
Food for the food.
I've heard the food's not that great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Imagine if it was awesome.
Yeah,
Imagine.
it'd be worth it. I think it has to be awesome for you to.
Honestly, you can do anything in a restaurant if the food's awesome.
Yeah.
That's the one rule of
Cuisine.
cafes and restaurants is make the food good, and then who gives a fuck about everything else? Like that's people forget that these days.
I want to play you guys a video. So this has been going viral on TikTok. What it is a all Jewish boy band. Back in the day, I reckon it would have been like 10, 15 years ago, and everyone's loving the bop. All right, so it's all children, little yarmulkes on, but they've got dance routines. Alex has the video I sent through, and this has gone completely viral. Everyone's loving it. Like the guys who were in the original video are older now, and they're like recreating the videos and stuff.
That's so-
But it looks like it reminds me of Eurovision. Like they put in so much effort into this thing. There's like 40 little Jewish boys singing. All right, let's hear it. And they've got matching outfits and shit.
For
Oh fuck.
for Miami.
Soloists in 40 seconds. So, do you rate the bop?
I think that's a tricky one because it's like a vibe, yeah. Like you'll get once you see that one, you'll start getting all these different sort of videos.
Yeah.
It's very awkward, kids.
Oh, it's hilarious.
the
That's
joke
why
of
it's
it.
funny. It's
That's
like
the joke of it.
It's like a setup.
Prepubescent.
Yeah, prepubescent.
Like they're all on summer camp together, and they're like, "Let's all mouth a song with our
but
hairbrushes."
one of the teachers is rich or something, and they put heaps of production value behind it.
Oh, I was into it.
I just want to see every religion copy Hillsong now. Because
Yeah,
I
why
want-
not? It seems like a good business move.
I would love to see Islamic Hillsong.
That's where the money is.
That's
Yeah.
where the money is.
We were thinking, we've been saying it for a while, we're going to take pingers and go to Hillsong.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
If you can, we're
No.
gonna cap up.
Imagine if you're gonna have like a spiritual experience. So then you're gonna
Yeah.
like, we're gonna
Imagine if
go
we
this weekend, go to
converted,
Hillsong. You come back like, guys, God is great. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Wouldn't that be
no, we'll
weird?
say that at the time, and then I think we'd be coming down, and we'll be like, "Fucking God."
We get into Satan.
Yeah,
or
we'll
something.
get into Satan and we'll become Satanists. It's all his fault, unless he keeps us high on the Lord.
Taking great MDMA at Hillsong would be crazy.
It'd be sick. And we wanted like a proper banger festival or service, not just a regular, I'm at Hillsong,
I
there's
don't
a
think
few
there's
songs.
ever regular Hillsong. They
Nah,
put a bit
it's
of
all-
effort into it,
It's
don't
all.
Just you guys, a picture of you guys gurning next to Scott Morrison.
they? Oh, and they're too nice, though. It'd be so awkward.
No, it wouldn't. Would be even nicer, bro.
Yeah, true. Concerningly touchy, though. Have we got any other stories, Alex?
Yeah, I've got one here. It's OnlyFans star saves customer's life after noticing big testicle in X-rated chat.
Frenchy. Frenchy used to have a really big nut.
Did you?
Yeah.
Was it a medical problem?
We think I thought it was a hydrocele for a bit, but then it ended up being a hernia.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it was fine. You just put like it would pop up. It was like kind of like a high tide. So every now and then it'll just be a big nut, and then the liquid would go away and be a normal nut again. It was
How
fun.
big did it get?
Oh, it was I'll say like realistically like a big plum.
Yeah, okay.
Like a small orange.
So were you looking at your shin nostalgically last week?
Yeah, I was like
this
the
brings back
nut's gone
memories.
down there. It could be a hernia. But
Imagine if it was your nut
Yeah,
that
just
had got knocked down to your leg.
Just sort of slid
back
that
down.
hurt. You wouldn't want to hit that.
Like that scene in Men in Black with like the alien under the skin. Is that Men in
Yeah,
Black?
I don't
Got to
know.
cut it out. That's X-Men again.
Actually, the Matrix, I think. Anyway.
So how'd she save his life?
Tell us the story.
Yeah, so Bella Grace in the 0.1% of OnlyFans.
They all are, aren't they?
Yeah, that's doesn't
Okay.
mean anything. Wait, what was the name?
Belle Grace.
Oh, yeah, she's good.
She noticed the man on the chat had one testicle bigger than the other. She urged the man to go and check it out, and doctors revealed that he had an aggressive form of testicular cancer,
Holy shit.
which was thankfully caught in the nick of time.
How's men need to be told? Like, bro,
How
you
much
got one,
bigger was it,
Yeah, you got
bro?
one big ass fucking test.
And was it a one-on-one chat?
Yeah, she said she told him he should get it checked out, and it took him about 4 to 5 weeks to be convinced.
But like,
That's
classic
great.
men?
but like, wait. Because I guess you pay for a private chat with her, and so he's just showing her testicles.
I feel he could have sent like a dick pic or something. I
Yeah, they
don't know.
do rate my penis on.
Yeah, but that's the
Yeah.
penis. That's less on the balls.
Oh, well, if you got one huge one, you're going to see
She's
it. aren't
taking
you?
it
Yeah,
seriously.
you're gonna
then,
share
isn't
that
she?
around.
Yeah, definitely. That's impressive.
I once thought I had like an ache down there. Once in a while it would hurt. And instead of going to the doctor, I was just like planning my death. You know, like you don't want to go show someone your testicles. So I'm like, all right, I guess it's been all right.
Oh no, I've done it. I've done it a few times, bro. You get used to it.
Yeah, I'm sure you have.
There's some like the rookie doctors don't do it. They do it more awkwardly than the like the experienced doctors.
I actually ended up
Yeah, you want an
going-
old bloke. He's like, just fucking show it to me. I think.
Yeah, or old woman. The old women are good at it too.
I
But
ended
like
up
young
going
women,
old woman.
I got a young woman once, and it was like she
Oh.
like made me like sort of just pull my pants down, and there was no modesty sort of towels or
Yeah,
anything.
mine was I remember it was like an old, maybe a lesbian woman. And she got me up on the bed, put a glove on, just gave it a little squeeze.
Yeah, nice.
And she was like, "Ah, it's fine.
And how much did that cost?
$10. Not bad."
That's good.
We're in
That's
Australia.
I also that guy's kind of fucked now because he can never stop membership to that woman's Patreon, or that
true.
woman's OnlyFans.
Lifesaver.
Saved his life.
He can never do it with a clear conscience. He's gonna be 75 going live, and he's like, "Fuck, I gotta do it."
Yeah, he's going to be showing her every rash and fucking.
That's a good market, doctor/OnlyFans model.
Well, health
Imagine-
insurance is expensive over
Bro, how
there.
much more would you go to the doctor if she was going to get her titties out while you were there?
Yeah, the naughty nurse craze.
That's excellent.
yeah.
Or doctor, prostitute, OnlyFans.
That's
Thoughts?
good. I love that. I remember when I was a kid, there was Comedy Channel had Naked News,
Oh yeah, I remember Naked News.
and that was like a game changer. I was like learning.
Oh, that was weird because
They'd just be like, "Today on the news," and they'd be like unbuttoning, and they
they
get full naked.
They start fully suited up, and then they just read the news and slowly get naked, and then they'll
Completely
just
naked.
stand there, bush out, titties out, and just
Yeah.
keep reading the news. And like,
Someone should. We've missed it now, but someone should have started an OnlyFans doing the daily case numbers naked.
Oh, that's great.
That would have been
That's
huge.
good.
Gladys could have done it even after she left office.
Yeah.
She could have started an OnlyFans and just.
Instead, she went to Optus and leaked all our shit.
fucking Gladys. Of course she did.
Were you guys ever with Optus, by the way?
I'm with him.
You still
Now.
are.
Yeah, but what have they got of mine?
Everything.
Your passport number.
Yeah, your driver's license number. They can steal your identity,
I'll
bro.
do it. I'll have it. Stop. What are you going to take, bro?
I used to be with Optus, and I got an email from them being like, "Everything's been taken."
I didn't
No,
get
it
the
didn't say
email
that.
from them.
Yeah, it's.
What email did you sign up with? It's probably in an inbox somewhere.
Yeah, you're like, they've got my driver's license, they got my passport number, they got my date of birth. Who gives a shit? They've got your TikTok login. Well, what the fuck are we doing about it?
Fuck are we talking about?
Panic. That is so. He's so protected of that shit. Now he's going to be stressed. Like, you're joking, but he's not going to sleep tonight.
They don't have that.
They might.
There's
They might.
no way I'd give that to Optus.
Oh, they're not getting it.
What if they get it somehow through your passwords? And
I'd have to change the passwords then, wouldn't I? I hate that. I've got so many I can't remember.
Yeah.
I can't get in my Instagram right now because I don't know the password.
Some guy gets your TikTok and he doesn't really do anything nefarious. He just starts putting up trash content.
Yeah.
That's
you would
even
hate
worse.
that.
But like similar enough, something I might
Yeah,
post.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not me. I'll be on all my other accounts commenting underneath. I'm being hacked.
He just films homeless people and people think it's you. Yeah. Be a whole thing.
Yeah, no, that's identity theft is not funny, guys.
Hey, why is your handle Sunger Attack?
Oh, right.
Dumbest choice he's ever made.
Is it though?
Yeah.
At least it's original. It's unique. So what happened is, I've told this story a few times. I was going to start all my comedy stuff with a different mate. So we're going to be a duo. Hamish and Andy were popping. We're like, we're going to be the next Hamish and Andy. Probably
so let's
even
get a real
bigger.
catchy name.
And I go, what do you want to call our socials? He goes, well, we both love wearing Brazilian Speedos at the time, which were called Sungas.
Okay.
S-U-N-G-A.
And you liked attacking women. Okay, yeah.
So he goes, let's call it Sunga Attack. I go, that's a bit random. He's like, yeah, we'll do random skits.
Yeah. Well,
Okay, cool. So I did all the branding, made a few videos. He hadn't been in one yet because he was Sydney based. And then he was about to be in one and he was like, nah, I've realized I'm about to become a teacher. I can't do it with you. I go, bro, I'm already a teacher. Don't worry about it. And he was like,
He made the right
He was
choice.
like first year uni, but he had 3 years to fuck around with. And then I was like, oh, well, I'm in this lane now.
so he
Just keep
wasn't. He
driving.
was 3 years away from being a teacher. and he pulled out.
People
Yeah,
get
okay.
paranoid about that sort of shit, which is like a fair, like with the internet, it's there forever. You got to think about,
Yeah.
do you want that video there in 8 years when you got kids? Because it's going to be there. I'm not deleting it. So it's a fair choice.
Is it too late to delete this podcast? You've made me really rethink this.
It's there forever, man.
Your kids, like, so I was sifting through all 206 episodes of the Tom and Frenchy podcast, and Dad, you came up.
You talked about terrorist attacks.
Yeah, what?
And then they happened a few weeks later.
Was that before the big wave of bed bugs took over Australia?
Buggate.
Al-Qaeda, they're back.
Okay, we got a conundrum or anything, Alex?
Yeah,
How
I
we
got
finishing this bad boy
I've
off?
got a few speak pipe messages, and then we'll
Yeah,
roll
let's
into
listen.
a comedy-based
But do we save them for when we can actually hear the fucking messages? Because this
Yeah,
speaker is
splash.
shit,
Okay,
man.
All right, let's do the conundrum then. It is here.
And I got to catch a train.
Advice on how to begin writing stand-up. I've always been told how funny I am, and I love stand-up. I've always dreamt of doing stand-up comedy, but writing comedy down is so daunting and difficult. I'm much more comfortable in improv and witty humor on the spot.
Did you write this, Alex?
We're all internally cringing right now.
I'm currently a podcast assistant for 2 hacks.
If they can do it, anyone can. Alex, you son of a bitch.
Is there any advice or anything someone can offer how to start writing stand-up? I sit for hours trying to think of something funny, but I can't think of anything.
You're sitting for hours.
But the final line, but put me in a room with people and I can have them laughing, just doing everyday stuff. Thank you for any
Most
advice.
people can.
I think
It's called
I've,
being a human.
I think I've met this guy before, like open mics, you know, when you're waiting around, and he is handing out zingers.
Yeah, bro. All my mates say I'm the funniest fucking person.
Well, they don't say it, but you can
Nah,
tell.
they
Yeah.
laugh.
They think
I get them pissing. Or my missus said like laugh so
Who
much.
told
when
you
I-
you should do stand-up? Oh, no one did, but I don't know. I think I got it in me.
A lot of people actively tell me not to, but
Yeah. But they're just
jealous.
they're just busting my balls.
This is like the most common character ever in once you start doing comedy, you realize how many of these people exist, and it is true. I would say most of my friends are funnier in a situation where we're all hanging out. They'll be getting more laughs. So it's different between like group niche laughs with your mates versus being able to do it on stage and write it down.
Yeah, if you're legitimately that funny, like if you really believe that, which you shouldn't, but if because you're not,
You could
but
be.
if you were, in theory, then you start a podcast with your mates, right? Like if that's the thing you're funny at, because if you're sitting down for hours and you can't think of anything to say on stage, that's not a good sign.
No.
But like, it's also if you're they laughed at this joke I said the other day. Write that joke down.
Yeah, that's true.
What was that
Yeah.
joke? What were you talking about? Figure out how to recreate it. Do you have an interesting take on
It's just
a common
in
topic?
jokes about.
It's in jokes about shit your mates were doing. That's why it's so hard to get stuff random people will laugh at.
Yeah.
That's why it's so fucking. Or
Go to university. Study
Become a teacher.
accounting.
I don't know. I think the big thing is like this is why I was like, when I hear these stories, generally my eyes start rolling in the back of my head because I've heard it so much. It's just fucking do it.
Yeah.
Do it or
Don't stop telling me you want to do it for 3 fucking years. Start writing them down. Go to open mic. Start trying out your shitty fucking jokes. Eventually they'll get good. That's
Yeah.
what everyone fucking has to do. You got to suck for a bit. Your jokes are going to fucking suck. Just do it. That's the only thing about everything you think you want to do or you think you might be good at. Just fucking do it.
Yeah.
That's like I got a lot of mates into music too. It's like I want to start putting
He's right
songs.
here.
I want to start putting songs on. I didn't even mean Alex. Start putting songs on Spotify and start doing gigs. I'm like, what do you mean? I want to start.
Yeah,
Start. You're
like-
getting older.
Yeah,
Life's
TikTok,
over,
dude.
bro.
TikTok is the place to start for discoverability.
Yeah, discoverability. TikTok's a great call too, Tom, because you want to be able to do open mic nights, but that's fucking half an hour driving, 2 hours
Depends
waiting
where you're
around.
based, yeah.
Start fucking making TikToks, being
Yeah.
funny on TikTok, and then you can move that into something else. And you can just follow trends. You don't even have to be fucking original on TikTok.
Oh, you should though. If
You
just
should.
want-
If you want to do comedy,
Yeah.
be original.
Don't
if you want
copy
to do
other
comedy,
people's.
be
Fuck.
original.
You see a lot of that, don't
Still
you?
fucking dance, bro. Be fine. Get the voice together.
Or find someone else who makes content, just clip it up and put it on TikTok.
Yeah.
Just find clips from funny movies,
Sign
put that
up
on
to
TikTok.
Andrew Tate's course.
What do you? What do you think about this, Tom? What do you think?
Oh yeah, you're right. Like it's stand-up comedy has the lowest barrier to entry of anything in the world. You need no degree, you need no skills,
Yeah.
you need no connections. You can rock up to a place. You can rock up to the assuming this person's in Sydney, they might not be. If they're in Sydney, go to the Lewisham Hotel at 7:30, put your name in the hat, and then get ready to hate yourself for the next 72 hours.
That's where I did my first spot because
Yeah.
I was like, this place is good for people who suck.
Yeah.
Like
There you
it's a
go.
nice, like there's
There
not a
you
lot
go.
of judgment. Go there.
And and they'll put you on no matter what.
Yeah.
Like it's totally up to you.
And even if you bomb, you'll be happy you did it. Like there's like
it's like a relief.
it's a relief. You're like, fuck.
Or you'll kill yourself in the toilet.
Yeah, like Chandler.
But I think it's like you got to go in knowing it's probably going to be
Yeah.
shit because it is. And like even if people are kind of because I always think like your first set goes better than your second set. I think this is something people can kind of
Yeah.
tell. They can kind of be like,
Yeah.
oh, he's just trying.
And you can say it's your first set, which helps.
Exactly. And I think like for the most part, people at open mics, they don't want you to fail. Like they want you to
Yeah.
go all right.
Audiences in general, I reckon.
Yeah, there's not.
They want to be entertained.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, you just got to do it. It's like there's nothing literally nothing stopping you
Yeah.
doing it. And if you think if you actually think you're just like funny, put me in a room in front of people. There you go, the Lewisham Hotel. There's a room with some people.
And maybe write some shit down because you're going to fucking
Yeah,
blank.
but everyone's got their different styles. Some people don't even need to write. I've got some mates just like don't write stuff down. They're like, oh, I'll just go work it out on stage. I'm like, fuck, if that's your method, I don't like doing that. I'd prefer having something written down and then I
Massively.
can work around that. But
Yeah. Frenchy, you got some shows?
oh yeah, Frenchy and Friends. Yo, we're doing Tuesday. I think this is coming out on the Tuesday. So come tonight in
Yeah.
City. Both Toms are going to be there. You're coming on the Wednesday.
On the Wednesday.
Tom's coming both days. Come along, Frenchy and Friends. We're only going to do 2 for the year. These are probably my last 2 shows for the year. So come along. It'll be a great
Be
group
fun.
of mucking around. We'll do some crowd work. I'll do a lot of new material.
I'll be doing some terrorist attacks.
Tom's doing some terrorist attacks. Fucking, we expect to see a lot of you podcast listeners there.
And by terrorist attacks, he means bombing.
Just
you-
standard.
Standard bombing. Yeah, so come through. We'll be having a few beers. It'll be a good social night. Tom's special, as we said, is on YouTube.
You got a podcast as well, don't you?
He's
Tom?
got a
I got a podcast.
too.
It's called Show Some Respect. Tom Witcombe is talking. Check it out. It's good stuff. And then, yeah, follow me on Instagram, Tom Witcombe Comedy.
Nice.
Anything about shows and stuff
And
for
then
that?
he's on all the socials. He's a great comic, and keep an eye out for his shows too. They'll be coming up. He'll be doing the Fringes, I'm assuming, next
That's it,
year and
yeah.
all that sort of shit.
Thanks for coming on, man.
Thanks for having me. It's been heaps of fun.
Yeah.